An IP version 4 address, when combined with a subnet mask, contains two important pieces of information: the address of the network to which we want to connect, as well as the specific node address for the device on that network. We begin our search for a valid network address by converting the known address to binary. The subnet mask identifies which part of the address is the network and which part of the address is the node. When converted to binary form, the ones within the subnet mask tell us which part of the address represents the network, while the zeros represent the individual node address on that network. For example, the subnet mask 255.0.0.0 converts to binary as seen here. Now we can bring down the part of the address that aligns with ones in the subnet mask and complete the rest of the address with zeros. Then we bring down the network address again and, this time, complete the rest with ones. Converting these to decimal, we now have the lower and upper limits of the range of valid IP addresses for this network. As an aside, you should be aware that, instead of listing the subnet mask, you may encounter something called CIDR/ notation. In this format, the IP address is listed with a slash and a number at the end. The number after the slash simply indicates the number of ones in the subnet mask. In this example, there are 8 ones in the subnet mask, so we simply add a /8 to the end of the address for the correct slash notation. There are 3 addresses within our valid range that we will not want to use. The lower limit of the range is reserved as the subnet ID. The upper limit of the range is reserved as the network broadcast address. Also, the next address up from the subnet ID is typically assigned as the default gateway, so it should likewise not be used. The default gateway is used for routing communications outside of a network. This leaves us a selection from 10.0.0.2 through 10.255.255.254. We can choose any address from this range that is not already in use by another device on the network. This is an example of a Class B network. We run through the same conversions as in the previous example and end up with a range of addresses from 172.16.96.0 through 172.16.111.255. For the slash notation, there are 20 ones in the subnet mask, so we simply write /20. Setting aside the subnet ID of 172.16.96.0, the network broadcast address of 172.16.111.255, and the default gateway of 172.16.96.1, we are left with a valid range from 172.16.96.2 through 172.16.111.254. Let's look at one last example, this time a Class C network. Working through the same conversions as in the previous examples, we end up with a range of addresses from 192.168.1.0 through 192.168.1.255. The slash notation in this case will be /24. Discarding the 3 reserved addresses, we have a valid range from 192.168.1.2 through 192.168.1.254. Be aware that there are many free subnet calculators available on the web that do all of this work for you, making address selection much easier.